Hey guys, Stephen Box here from Vanguard Tactics, and today I'm going to be bringing you another top 3 power combos, but from the Harlequin Codex. So I've teed up some really awesome combos from this book. This is one of my favourite armies because there are just so many tricks, and I'm going to share with you three which I believe are kind of really unique to this army. Look, there's more than 3 powerful combos, but I'm going to show you 3 of my favourite. So let's kick off with something a little bit different, and the trick here that I really like, and what you're going to need for this is a Star Weaver. You're going to need 5 troop and a troop master, and they all need a fusion pistol. Okay, now that's what they're armed with. You can give them some combat weapons if you have the points, but here's what you do. The troop master, you're going to give a relic. Okay, and this faction need to be the Soaring Spite, and the Soaring Spite relic special is, or the special relic should I say, is the Fallacious Talon. I think I've probably absolutely butchered that name, but let's just go with it. Okay, essentially, let me read this out to you. While the wearer is embarked on the Soaring Spite transport, that vehicle may move an additional 6 inches in the movement phase. In addition, if a Soaring Spite transport is destroyed while the wearer is embarked upon it, you do not need to roll to see if any disembarking models are slain, or if the transport explodes. Okay, so basically, none of your Harlequins are going to die, great, and also it's not going to explode. Cool. Now, the best thing about this is the extra 6-inch movement. Now, let me tell you why that is, and also remember Soaring Spite's ability allows you to fire pistols as if it is assault weapons, okay, and also with that, if you do advanced, you, I believe, ignore the penalties as well. So let's just read out Soaring Spite. Models with this form that can fly or embarked upon a transport that can fly treat all pistols as if they're equipped with Assault 1 during a turn in which they, or the transport they are embarked on, advanced. In addition, these models do not suffer the penalties of their hit roll for shooting advanced weapons. So cool, they can basically move, and their movement is now 22 inches plus an auto advance 6, which is the Star Weaver ability. So now you're looking at a 28-inch movement. Okay, then what you've got is the Star Weaver can then, for 1 CP, fire and fade, which means it can shoot and then jump another 7 inches forward. Okay, then what you can do, because you fire and fade after the unit has shot, you can now shoot with those fusion pistols, which means those pistols with only a short inch range of 6 inches, are now going to be that even longer. So typically what was happening, you would have a 22-inch movement and then a 6-inch shot, okay? So 28 inches. But now what you've got is 22 inches movement plus 6 inches advance, or 6 inches because of the relic, whichever way you want to look at it. So now you've got a 28-inch movement. You're now up to a 35-inch movement because of the fire and fade on the vehicle. And now you've got that 6 inches. So that gives you a 41-inch threat range with 6 fusion guns, which are, strength 8, minus 4 d6 damage. And if you get within 3 inches, then obviously you're going to be at, picking the highest, okay? And then you can still charge because of Harlequins, so great. You can tag a tank, so you could blow one up and then tag the next one. Fantastic. Really good combo. So the next combo I've got for you is 6 Harlequins. And those 6 Harlequins on a Jetbike. Sorry a second, just had a quick message through the old FaceEB. Let me close that down so we don't get distracted. So 6 Harlequin bikes, all with haywire. Okay, now you can give them again combat weapons if you want, but here's what you do. And you can choose whatever you kind of want, but Soaring Spite is probably the best just because you can move in advance without any penalties. So you're going to get 6 d6 shots. Okay, you move 22 inches, 6 d6 shots with the haywire, so 4s, 5s, are mortal wounds. Any 6s to wound are D3 mortal wounds. Then what you can do is advance and charge basically with that unit. So then what that allows you to do is tag something. So whether you're tagging a unit of a troop or you're tagging a unit of like a vehicle, which would be your ideal, you tag that unit, and then when it falls back for 1 CP, you can fire at it. Okay, so that's amazing. Well, now you've got this, another 6 shots potentially of haywire. So it's allowing you to basically fire twice in a turn before you shoot again, essentially from shooting phase to shooting phase. And that really catches a lot of people off guard because, if you tag, for example, Lehman Russ, you've already maybe destroyed, took it down to half wounds. You probably won't kill it in combat, but then it falls back, then you kill it. Okay, absolutely fantastic. If you weren't able to wrap it, okay, obviously you want to wrap and trap as a primary objective, and if you can't do that, then this is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so that's the other one. And then finally, the last combo I've got for you is, and this is, you never really see this very often, but it's something that I've used to great effect and I have a lot of success with it. I run a 12-man unit of troop. Okay, so I don't put it in deep strike and I don't put it in a transport, obviously, so it goes on the board. Now, the other thing I forgot to mention, by the way, is with those units of either the bikes or the Star Weaver, because you advanced 1 CP, you get a 3+ invulnerable save. Absolutely brilliant. So with these troops, I would pretty much always go for the Frozen Star trait, which basically, let me get to that part. Frozen Stars, you add 1 to all attacks when you charge. Okay, not that amazing, but let me tell you why it gets really potent. So you've got 12 guys, you take 2 guys with just basic weapons because you'll probably lose a couple to Overwatch, okay? Then what you've got is another 10 guys. Those 10 guys have all got kisses, so they're strength 4, -1 D3 damage. And you think, okay, that's not too bad. Right, so these guys, what you're going to do is the following. You're going to move them up. In closely behind this is going to be a Shadow Seer. Okay, so you move them up and you auto advance them 6 inches. All right, so now they're moving, I believe their movement is 8. So now you're going to be moving 14 inches. Okay, then what you do is you move them again. Okay, and at that point you advance them, you play 1 CP for the 3+ invulnerable save. Let me just check it is 1 CP so I'm not giving you the wrong information here. Yeah, Plasmatic Burr, cool, 1 CP. So, move and advance. Get that 3++ on. Now what you do is you keep 1 guy and you also advance your Shadow Seer behind them. Then what you do is you keep 1 guy within range so that what you're able to do is cast, move again on that unit. So now you can move up another 14 inches if you need it. So you've got a 28-inch movement at this point. Okay? 28-inch movement. Then you can charge. Pretty good. So you've made your charge, and now this is where it gets really tasty. Essentially, for 2 CPs, you can add 1 to your wound rolls against infantry, beast, or bikers. Really, really potent stuff. So that is absolutely incredible in some matchups. So let's say they've got grotesques, horrible unit to get rid of. Now you're basically wounding them on 4s. If you manage to get a troop master nearby, then you'll be wounding on, and you'll be re-rolling failed wounds. But you're now wounding on 4s rather than 5s, which is fantastic because of that +1. And that -1 takes them to their invuln save anyway, and then everyone that goes through D3 damage. And you're getting essentially 50 attacks. Brilliant. Really, really good stuff. So that's a really good combo. And you can also cast on the -1 to hit as well. So that's really, really nice from the Shadow Seer. I forgot to mention you can make the -1 to hit. And then you can always cast lightning fast reactions on them. So then now -2 to hit. -2 to hit with a Fill Note with a 3++. And if you've got that Shadow Seer within 6 inches still, then absolutely brilliant. You could always trail a couple back. Now they're -1 to wound as well. So this unit becomes really, really durable at that -2, 3++. And then you could even give your, if you made your Shadow Seer your Warlord, you could then also give him the ability to give the whole unit, a 6-up Feel No Pain as well, quite nice, or an equivalent similar. So there's 3 cool combos for you. There's plenty more in this book, but they're, you know, top 3 ones that I really, really like. The other option you can do if you don't need the extra attacks and you don't need the +1 to wound, go with the Midnight Sorrows, because what that allows you to do is basically consolidate up to 6 inches. Okay, so that really helps with wrapping. Okay, and I can't tell you how good that is for wrapping and trapping and all that kind of stuff. So anyway guys, they're my top 3 combos for the Harlequins. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and make sure you do subscribe. And if you can think of any other combos for Harlequins, pop them below and I'll do another video on some other top 3 combos. Take care guys, and I'll see you next week.